Hi you guys, welcome to the Lucky Stove. I'm Danielle and today I'm going to show you how to make some last ditch. This is the last thing I've got in my pantry, cookies. Okay, let's get started. Hi guys, welcome to Lucky Stove.
Okay,
Hi guys, I'm Danielle.
so I'm Ren. I'm the papa.
Hi guys and welcome.
You stove.
Hey guys and welcome welcome to the Lucky Stove. Yeah.
Just stop.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on any notifications. Otherwise, the government will listen to your every move and watch your every sentence.
Alright guys, so follow me to the bowl so I can show you what we're going to use. And we're going to start off with some almond flour. The finer the better. If you don't have fine, it's okay. Just use what you got. So we're going to use 96 grams of almond flour, also known as Almond if you listen to me at any point in time. There we go, almost. There we go. Alright, a little bit over, but I'm okay with that. Now we're going to use some Arm & Hammer baking soda. So a 1/4 teaspoon because soda spreads and powder puffs, right? You guys remember that? So there's a 1/4 teaspoon of that. Set that to the side. Now some baking powder, okay? And that's also a 1/4 teaspoon. So let me get that. Use my handy dandy thumb to flatten that out. In that goes 1/4 teaspoon. Okay, these are very simple. Very simple. Now, I'm going to use some salt here. And that's also a 1/4 teaspoon. Check us out with the quarter. You got 3/4 what you have. Well, first of all, you have bad English, right? And then you have 75 cents. What can you do with that? I don't know. But now we are going to use the mix for speculoos, for cook and speculoos. You can use your allspice seasoning. Allspice. Okay, you can also put this in your coffee. If you want a treat, why not? Because it's delicious. It is fall now. Herbs. So I'm going to go ahead and add this in. Don't forget, seasonings do have carbs. I do not want to beat a dead horse, but sometimes you have to get your point across. PETA, don't come after me, okay? You have to look at the ingredients at the back of your, jars. And some of them don't even have, some of them are not even required to label. It's like not, it depends on what country you're in, I guess. Looking over here, I see that 100 grams of this is a 29.4 grams of carbohydrates. I'm not using 100 grams, but you're going to have to do your own math as far as that's concerned. I use 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to taste it also. And if I don't feel like the flavor is where I want it to be, guess what I'm going to do? Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to add more. But I am also going to keep that in mind as I count. And that's up to you to do. So you have to mind your own macros. I'm minding my own macros. And you will be happier that way. And you won't be yelling and screaming at me saying, oh my gosh, she didn't tell me. Because that's what I used to do. When I would look at the videos or recipes, other people's recipes, that's exactly what I would do. I'd be so mad because they didn't say it. And then all of a sudden I made it. I tapped it in the Carb Manager. And guess what? Kaboom. Now, guys, so now the sweet stuff, we are going to add some sucrin gold. Now, I have this in my Carb Manager. I don't think I have it on public because I do a lot of things that I test. And if they don't turn out, I don't want anybody trying to try it and then it's going to be nasty. That's messed up, right? You wasted your ingredients. So, this is not, I said all that to say, this is in my Carb Manager, but I'm modifying it right now. So 1 tablespoon of sucrin gold, 1 tablespoon of good stevia erythritol mix. This does not have a minty aftertaste, and that is why I buy it, even though I can get it cheaper at the Noten shop. I can get it for 750 grams, and I can get it way cheaper at the Noten shop. So we've added the sweetness. We're going to give this a good mix. Now, we're going to use a teaspoon of vanilla extract. In my carb manager, I have it for almond extract. And actually, matter of fact, I said a teaspoon, but we're going to use half a teaspoon. So here's quarter and half. All right. So we've got that in there. And now we're going to add our fat. Our fat is coconut oil. We're going to use what you can call a quarter of a cup or 55 grams. Softened. Okay, make it soft enough. Now we're going to get this in here. I'm using a spatula so that way I can smear it into the mix. You see, I only used the whisk so that way I can mix all the ingredients well together. But now it's all about smearing. You can use your hands. There's nothing wrong with that. I like filling it. But right now, I just want to use this. Okay? So give me just a moment, and once it's all combined, I'll show you what to do next. So the last ingredient, we have it well smeared in the coconut oil. And now we're going to lightly beat this egg first, and then we're going to add it in to the mix. Okay? Yes. Satisfying egg kaplop. Alright. Give this egg a beat down. Make sure nobody calls CPS on you. But it's not your child, so it's Child Protective Services, not Egg Protective Services. Alright. So now we're going to pour it in. And this will be the last thing that we do. Okay? One egg. So we're going to give it a good smear. One more smear, and I'll be back once it's all combined. Okay, this is all good. Now we gotta taste it. You gotta check out my face, because you know what? My face doesn't lie. You know I'm not afraid of raw eggs. It's good. Adjust the sweetness to your keto taste buds. Okay, this is not super sweet. I might add some more sweetness. I just might. Have you all been sitting at home binging on things that your family has for themselves that are not keto? And you're like, man, if I just had, and all you gotta do is get off your lazy butt and make it? Well, dun, 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 dun. I've been practicing and trying out some new ingredients, some new recipes, so maybe you'll see them and maybe you won't. Just a tablespoon more. My keto taste buds say, amp it up. So, one more tablespoon. And just for kicks, another 4th teaspoon of speculage. Speculage is all over the stores right now. Kruidenoten, pepernoten. Jealous face. Jealous. Because it's good. It's a Dutch treat. It's a Dutch treat. And it is not keto helpful. Okay? I'm going to try to stop saying not keto, because food is food, but some food is conducive to your keto living. Okay, so now I have added, I want to say 2 tablespoons of erythritol stevia mix to a 1/4 teaspoon, well actually I added a 1/4 teaspoon of speculage, the kruid voor koek, to this, and I've mixed it well so that way we can dip the cookies into the mix and then flatten them down. So for my recipe and the carb count that I have, this whole recipe makes 16 cookies. Now, you may be looking at this and thinking, 16 cookies? That looks like 5. Yeah, okay. It may look like 5 to you, but does it look like 5 according to the 16 cookie carb count? You decide. You do what you want to do. I'm just showing you how to make something nice, delicious, and quick. Something that you may all, like I said, all in the pantry. Yeah, okay. You might not have speculoos or the kruidkoek in your pantry, but you may have allspice, or you may have pumpkin spice, or you may have apple pie spice. Do this thing, okay? So I'm not gonna make 16 cookies either, but I'm not gonna make 5. I'll probably use half a tablespoon. This is about a whole. This is more than a tablespoon. This is a tablespoon, but I'm gonna use it. I think a little bit less than that, and we'll go from there. All right. So now I've got my cookie dough, very soft cookie dough, very soft. Okay. I'm going to dip it into this. Remember, you guys, I don't know why I feel like I have to say this so much, but you do have to mind your own macros. So here's this one. I'm just going to pat it down. You can pat it and make sure it gets into a nice cookie shape. Remember, baking powder puffs, and soda spreads. We put both in there. So make sure you have plenty of space. So I'm going to show you one with the sugar and crowded mix, the speculoos, and the other I'm going to show you. This is very sticky dough. So you could try to roll it if you want to. Maybe if you put some oil on your hands and then do it, but then you're like wasting oil. I think you are wasting ingredients if you do that. Now here's the last one. And you see, like I said, I added extra, like these shaved, blanched almonds. Keep that in mind, y'all, please. I'm only, my macros that I'm telling you about, 416 of them, is only to cover the base, okay? It's only to cover the base. Whatever you do after that is your own business. What does Laura Vitale say? The world is your pickle. You do what you want to do, boo. But in any case, now we are done. These need to bake for, 10 to 15 minutes at 175 Fahrenheit. Sorry, Celsius. Otherwise, 350 Fahrenheit. See you in a little bit. Oh yeah, I got them in the oven. Hey Siri, set a timer.
For how long?
15 minutes.
Okay, 15 minutes of counting.
Oh, they smell so good. All right, so these guys look beautiful. We're gonna let them cool down for 5 minutes on the pan, and then we're going to transfer them to a cooling rack to cool down completely. Do not try to take these off before the 5 minutes. If you know keto baked goods, and if you don't, now you will. They need to cool down. They need to cool down. They have to cool down. Otherwise, you will not be happy. Okay? See you once they're cool. Guys, these cookies, they're soft, and now it's time to taste them. Okay? So, here we go. Oh, it smells so good. They smell like speculaas cookies. If you ever want to taste the Netherlands, speculaas. I told you all what is involved in the seasonings for speculaas, so now it's up to you to find it. Got my mug of coffee here, black, so I can really taste these cookies. But let's give it a go. Check that out. Now check this out. I know I bit right into it, but I couldn't help it. Look. Nice, soft. Not so soft that you can't bend them. Not so soft that you can't hold them and wiggle them around. And not so hard that you can't enjoy them. They're just right. Goldilocks. It's gold. These are awesome. You have to try this recipe at home. You have to. It'll be on the website. It'll be on the website. Okay? But until then, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you very much for subscribing and clicking that like button. And thank you for commenting. It makes a difference because we read every comment, every single one of them. Is that real? Yes, real delicious. We read the comments, guys. We're so glad to have you come along, and we hope to see you next time on the Lucky Stove. Don't forget to mind your own macros, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Okay, guys, don't forget to comment down below. Guys?